$100 every single week, and this is the return that I'm getting. Welcome back to the Robinhood Investment Challenge. In this video, I'm going to be covering my $5,000 portfolio here in the Robinhood app. You can see right now it's sitting at $5,236.54. Now, this is a portfolio that's taken me about 8 months to generate. I started back in August of 2019, so actually just about 9 months since that date. And it's really something that I've been stringing together for a long time, and I've been documenting my entire journey. I've learned so much through doing this challenge, through documenting everything, and I would highly recommend that if you want to pick up some of these important lessons that I've learned, then definitely go check out some of the other videos that I have in the series. It's really, really great information, and you'll be getting a ton of valuable knowledge from it that I've learned myself. So, like I said, this is my $5,236 Robinhood portfolio. And the way that I've created this portfolio has been investing $100 every single week. And that started back in August, as I said. So after 1 full year, it should equate to somewhere around $5,200, and you can see I've already hit that mark. Now, that is because I didn't really limit myself to that $100 investment every single week. There were some times where I got a bonus from work and I decided to put a majority of that into the stock market. So I put more than, $1,000 in at one point in time. And I even talked about some of the valuable things that I learned on what not to do when you're investing, a large sum of money. So definitely check out some of those videos if you're interested in that. But the main way that I have been making money and have been investing more and more, aside from that lump sum and aside from the $100 I've been putting in weekly, is capital gains and just putting more dividends reinvested back into the companies that are paying. Because on this channel, I have an emphasis on dividend paying companies. I really focus on dividend payers because I really like, their messaging, everything that it stands for. If you're investing in companies that want to give back to the shareholders, then in my own opinion, that their management team and, looking at and evaluating their stocks, you're going to be able to learn a lot of great information. And it just makes me feel better knowing that these companies are going to be paying me back in the short term as well as in the long term, because most of them in my portfolio have been increasing their dividend payments consecutively for many, many years on end. So what I want to do for you guys is give you full insight into the entire portfolio and talk about more how it got developed and some of my strategies as I am investing. So if I scroll down here, you can see some of my top holdings are obviously the stocks that I really, or ETFs that I really, really firmly believe in. SPHD is my main holding. You're going to notice that if you look on the left-hand side, you're going to see the name of the ETF or the stock. You're going to see the number of shares that I own right below it. And then to the right-hand side is the equity. So how much I have actually invested in those stocks of my own money. If you guys have been following along with my channel, what do you think about the new background setup, huh? So starting off at the top of the list with just over $1,000 invested in, I have SPHD, and right below that is Realty Income. So these both are actually monthly dividend payers. So every single month I'm getting a dividend from these companies, and that really just helps me out in times of economic downturn, knowing I'm still going to be getting dividends paid to me no matter what. They are both part of, dividend aristocrats, dividend kings families. If you don't know what they are, essentially dividend aristocrats have been increasing their dividend payments for the past 25 years, and dividend kings for the past 50 years consecutively. So really, really great criteria. And a lot of the stocks in my portfolio actually follow that exact method. And another thing is I also love investing using the dogs of the Dow. So basically what that is the companies with the highest paying dividend as part of the dogs of the Dow. And you invest in those companies and theoretically they will outperform the market. That's what they have done historically. So that's another great strategy you could consider using if you're just getting into investing. So as I continue going down, Microsoft is another really great one. And you'll see I don't have a ton of shares of these companies. Microsoft, I have 2.07, so taking advantage of fractional shares, but 2 shares of Microsoft really isn't a ton in the long run. I hope to, increase this positioning, but where I'm only investing $100 every single week, it's hard to get a lot of shares of these really, really solid companies because they're already valued so high. So for example, if I click into Microsoft, you can see it's valued at $178. Could it be a good time to invest? Looking back in a few years and a few months even, it could be a really good time, but honestly, anyone who tells you that they know what's going to happen in the stock market at any given time, you can't really predict what's going to happen. You can only do your due diligence. You can only research stocks to the best of your ability. And that's exactly what I try and do here. So As I continue going on, you can see I have Coca-Cola. Now, a lot of these are very solid blue chip companies. They're really, really well-performing companies that have great financial history, great backing, and the management teams are teams that I have gotten to know more just by joining earnings calls and listening to them speak and watching the stocks rather closely. So it's really, really great stuff that you can acquire just by attending some of those meetings and hearing what they have to say. Now, Johnson & Johnson is another one of my higher holdings. Now, we've seen such great things from J&J as we've had some impact from the current pandemic going on right now as I'm recording this. They've done some great work, and from that, their stock has been really rallying and doing well. So there's companies like that I think, over the long term, they're going to perform very well. Then I also have the VTI, which is the total market tracker for the Vanguard. And it basically just tracks the S&P 500. So you're going to have similar returns to the stock market. And the thing about VTI is I invested in them in the highest point in time during the stock market. And right now I'm currently down 16.53%. Whenever I'm down about 10% on stocks in my portfolio, I really try and help bolster the position. I try and average my cost down. Dollar cost averaging is really something I emphasize on this portfolio and on this investing challenge in general. If you want to learn more about how I'm dollar cost averaging, then feel free to check out this video. Talk about it in almost all of my videos. So by now, if you've been watching along, then you've gotten a pretty good grip on how I'm using that method. Now, you've made it about halfway through this video. So if you haven't done so already and you're enjoying the content, make sure you smash that like button down below. It would really help me out. Now, as I keep going down, I have AOS. AOS is very solid. AT&T. A lot of these are companies that most people are going to be familiar with just because that's the type of investor I am. I really like investing in these solid performing companies that I know in the long run are going to do well. They're not going to hurt my portfolio holding on to them. So HPQ is actually one that's a little bit riskier. They're actually tried to be bought out by Xerox and everything ended up falling through. It was just timing. HPQ felt that they had better valuation. They actually got the valuation, and then obviously things on the stock market took a turn for the worse. Their shares started dipping and they actually fell through that deal. So I'm hoping in the future, something's going to come out of that and they'll be acquired and their share prices will go back up. But they're just one that I've been kind of averaging in over a while now, and I'm still down 14% on them. So we'll see where this goes, but they were up well over $20 at one point here. So I think we could see a nice little bounce from them eventually. You can see there were $23.35. So just one to keep your eye on. Now, Pfizer is another great one. McDonald's. All of these are really expensive if you're just trying to invest with not a lot of money. So like I said, McDonald's, where I only have one share, 1.14 shares of them. Hopefully in the future, as I'm investing more and more money, I'm going to be able to just bring that cost down on all of those, and then as well as just acquire more and more shares that'll have a bigger dent in my portfolio. Monmouth Real Estate is an investment trust, and basically this is one that invests in a bunch of different real estate out there. Now, they have really great clients. They're people like Home Depot, which right now considered an essential worker. So those people are still making money. They're still paying their bills, and it's going to this real estate investment trust right here. So companies like that, even FedEx, really, really great stuff, because even though the market is taking a beating, they're still going to be getting their payments, and I think this is going to help them out as we progress, as we move forward. So what I want to do is cover my investment portfolio, how it's been performing over the past, year here. So over the past day, you can see it dropped about $13.80, but at the end, it started to combat that, try to go above, try to go positive, and for just a few seconds there, it was green. And now it's back red after hours. So looking at that, it's not really that bad considering how the market's been acting recently. Looking at the past week, I am down $185.53, but turning it around, I'm up $359.97 over the past month, hovering around 7.37%. Over the past 3 months, down $749.80. Now, what you're seeing is a lot of this red is because of the current situation we're in. Because of the pandemic, it's really taking a huge impact on my portfolio. If you look at any investors out there, you'll probably see a lot of the same numbers, a lot of the same red going on. It's not really that different than everybody else right now. So over the past year, we're starting to come back. We're having a nice bounce over the past year. We are down $403.28, but it is starting to trudge back, and that's exactly what I like to see right here. So now that you've seen my entire portfolio, something is going on right now within my life that is actually awesome. It's a new type of investment that I'm trying to make. I'm trying to get into investing in real estate. So I have a new series that I've started out. It's basically the road to my first multifamily property. I'm actually putting a halt or a soft stop right now on the Robinhood challenge because I think I'll need the funding from this account in order to make a down payment on a house. So typically what I will do is just update you guys every single Monday on what I'm buying and selling, but I didn't really buy or sell anything this week. I just held my portfolio because I'm trying to help bolster up my cash position, and that's the exact goal that I have moving forward right now. So keep that in mind. It'll be a little bit less investing intensive in terms of me sharing exactly what I'm investing in. I'll still be talking about investing every single Monday. I'll still be talking about, the market in general and some investments that I would be considering, but for the most part, I'm going to be slowing down on this because I'm really trying to put full effort into buying an investment property. I'm trying to get that multifamily unit that I'm able to live in and rent out. So it'll be really exciting, and I hope you guys want to follow along with that series because there is so much that I am already learning about investing in real estate, investing in multifamily units, so much that I'm learning about, not only being a landlord, but trying to figure out how to make down payments, getting the funding together, and just figuring out that entire process. So I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. I'll talk about all the numbers on that, and it's just a series. If you're ever considering getting into real estate investing, you're going to want to check that out. So head over to that. I already have one video out, and I'm probably going to be updating you guys every single Wednesday with that series. So keep an eye out moving forward. And anyways, guys, that is my entire portfolio that I have for you right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, make sure that you smash the like button. It really does help me out with the YouTube algorithm. It would mean a lot if you were able to do that. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a great day.